Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Today, I have a very unconventional way to produce this video for you. But it is essential that I do it this way at this time. You see, here in Minnesota, it's very cold. But in America and across the world, it is just as cold. And so cold with cold gives us what? A positive. So I say to you, ladies and gentlemen, I like to take this moment of coldness of the weather and the coldness of the hearts and spirits of the people of the world to share with you on this given day. You see, I'm passing down the street, and you see these trees that I'm passing by. And each of these trees might have been placed here by someone else. But there's one thing that is unique about these trees. These trees were made by a power that the one who placed it here had nothing to do with. And so this tree is a natural reality that has been given to us by the power that's able to do those natural things. And when I look at that, I kind of want to parallel that with human beings. You know, you can force human beings, you can do this and you can do that with them. You can make them sicker, and even kill them. But one thing you cannot do is you can't make them. That is a divine power that comes together, operates together, and does exactly what it does. And anything else that is tried to that is just a duplication, as best the mind that you have been given will allow you to do. And so what I'm saying to you, ladies and gentlemen, that human beings are unique. They were made by a power that only could do that. Not only that, as the tree that I'm getting ready to pass by now, or you might be seeing as I'm passing by them, is legitimate and real. So is the human being. And what I want to say to that is this. When human beings were made, there was a prescription for peace. There was a prescription for prosperity and freedom. There was a prescription for joy and the fulfillment of dreams. And those, like the tree, are essential for survival. Peace and prosperity, freedom and joy, they are essential for the survival of humankind. That means basically taking on those things that are common amongst you that are essential for your survival, like food, clothing, shelter, education, health care. And most of all, the important thing out of that is that you have the ability to participate in the process of that which gives you life. And so you've been given a career desire that, having fulfilled it, it would give you your greatest joy. And whatever it is essential in the maintenance and the fulfilled heavenliness of humans on earth. But we don't have that. We still have the tree. We still have the grass. We still have other things. But when it comes down to the peace of humankind, we don't have that. I was thinking just last night about technology, how it advances, how we can look at cars nowadays. They're driving themselves. Buses and trains probably soon, but not only that, they got tractors that farmers can use that will harvest their crops for them. All they got to do is sit somewhere and observe and make sure that the mechanisms are taken care of in the order in which they desire to have them taken care of. But not humankind. We have lies and cheating and stealing and killing. We have all of these things that bring about crime and violence, terror and war. We over got in Kazakhstan today, where people are upset with what is happening in their midst, in their world. And they've been put out on the block. The order has been given, shoot them without warning, kill them without warning. And the Russians have taken up their guys and put them over there to add to the numbers to make sure that this is carried forward. But ladies and gentlemen, I want you to know what it represents. It represents those who have said to themselves and to others, they can outdo God. They can make it better for God. Some have said, come over here because of your shade of color. And what we'll do, we'll make it better for us. And how do you make it better for us? Using the same resources that have been given to all, is that you take from some. You cause pain and you cause suffering for some, for the benefit of the few. That's the attitude of those who says that they can do better than God. Ladies and gentlemen, in every part of the world, nobody's exempt. White people have claimed to be smarter than God. Black people have claimed to be smarter than God. Asians have claimed to be smarter than God. And anybody that I've left out have claimed to be better than God. And they've practiced this for so long till it's normalized. It's normalized within the systems of the world. Whether it's a democracy, a dictatorship, or whatever you want to call it, it's normal. And every now and then, somebody will come along and try to remind you that there is a God, that the pain and suffering that you endure, that you're suffering, is because you have denied the power of that God. And I don't care about going to church. I don't care about going to these little places you call your religious go-outs. Doesn't mean a thing. Doesn't mean a thing, but you're brainwashed by the system to believe that it does. I sit here today. My heart hurts. I want to cry because I'm crying in spirit, but it won't do any good. There are those in Washington who observed one of the most criminal activities against the nation that has happened here in America. I mean, in the 60s, it was against people, black people. Now in 2020, it's still against people, but now it's against the government. Wants to tear down the government that says it's okay for some people and make it right for that people who have said that they know better than God. In America, ladies and gentlemen, we're living in a system where white people say they know better than God. And so you have people out there right now who talking about getting your guns and killing. That's what they do when they don't know God. They're talking about taking away their ability to speak. That's what they do when they don't know God. They say silence them. They're animals. That's what they say when they don't know God. And this is what we're practicing in the United States of America. Today is Saturday. Tomorrow you're going to go to church and hear about Abraham or Moses or somebody. But will you hear about the solutions to this problem? Will you hear about what God has entitled you to do, encouraged you to do, designed you to do? Will you hear that? Probably not. You know, I don't want this to be always me fussing, but my heart hurts. I got children, but I don't just see my children as my only children. I see your children as my children. I didn't make that for me. I didn't set it up. So when you hurt, I hurt. I didn't do that. I don't know what made it like that. I don't know what made it that your health means as much to me as it does to you. I don't know what made it that way, but it's that way. It is what it is, and it's a cold world that we're living in today. And is anyone talking about making it better and fixing it right? Or are they talking about staying the same old course that we've been following all our lives? Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to have to make a change, y'all. If we don't make a change, it's over. Time is present, and it is calling on us every day. It's calling on us every night to stand up and be what we were designed to be, to have character, to represent something, to be about something. And I ask, who's going to stand for that? Or are you just concerned about your belly? Are you just concerned about your way of life and you alone? I ask you, can you make it alone? I ask you to consider it with all of your might. Can you build a house? Can you produce all the food? Do you have the ability to take care of the health, educate the world? No, you can't, my friends. So we need one another. It was designed that way. And I'm going to say, until we can come together, all of the hell that we go through is of our own making. And if we're going to go through any heavenliness, it's going to be our own obedience to the rules of heavenliness. I want to thank you so very much, ladies and gentlemen, for giving me this, your time. And if there's another, I will deal with that as this has been given to me. So next time, goodbye. Now the camera don't want to cut off. Cut off, camera. Cut off, guy.